Please follow the instructions of signal lights and signs in the cabin.
I often design remote control airplanes where the parts are too big for a single sheet of foam and I need to join two full sheets together to be big enough for my parts. So I thought I'd create a video showing exactly how I do just that. The first step is to decide which way you want your foam sheets to be. I recommend lying your sheets down so that the bowed end is up in the middle and the ends are both solid on the table. You don't want the ends sticking up. So that when one sheet of foam is fully covered with glue on one edge and you're putting it together, you can push down in the middle and the entire sheet or both sheets of foam will be nice and flat against the table. So the finished piece will be flat and even all along the joining edge. The next thing we need to do is to apply a bead of hot glue all along the edge of one of the sheets of foam. Go as quickly as you can here while still getting a nice straight line, because hot glue tends to reharden pretty quick. You don't have a lot of time here. Then we line the edges up on the top and bottom. We push down on one piece as we push inward towards that piece with the other hand on the outside of the other piece, as you can see me doing here. Once the two pieces are for the most part bonded together, but the glue is still a little soft, I like to run my hand up and down the joint to roll off any excess glue. And at the same time, wipe those little pieces clean from your workspace. And a little extra tip here, make sure your hot glue sticks are put in an area where they're readily available, because you're going to have to grab them quickly. The next thing we're going to do is put a nice thick bead of glue along the entire line that we just bonded together. Then we'll take a scrap piece of foam and hold it at an angle and then smear it as wide as we can get it, thin and wide. That'll create a much stronger bond in the long run. Once you get to the end, the glue tends to string on you, so I usually grab the thing like you see me doing here, turn it a few times, and then pull it down real quick to snap it off, and then you can throw away your scrap piece. If you have an area where the glue is risen and it dried before you had a chance to get to it, we can take the hot tip of our glue gun and run it over that hard glue until it melts, and just keep moving it back and forth until it's nice and flat and smooth the way you want it. Now take some sealing tape, packing tape, or strapping tape, whatever's best for your application. I'm going to apply it along the entire line here, or at least the part that you know your parts are going to overlap. I hold the tape above the board, trying not to let it stick or touch the foam at all, just to get the size I want. Then I grab it from the top and the bottom, attach one end first, and then take my hand nice and flat and smooth out the entire length. So I like to lift up on one side once one edge is attached, and then take your hand and smoothly rub it to the other end. And if you have some excess tape here, you can either fold it over like I'm doing here, or just trim the edge off with your razor blade or utility knife. Then you just repeat those same steps with your hot glue and your tape on the other side of the foam board, and your seams on both sides should look something like this. And we're done. And now I have a sheet plenty big enough for all my airplane parts.
For more detailed information, please contact the flight attendant.
If you like this video, smash that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and land on that notification bell if you like these kinds of videos or RC flying videos like you're watching right now. Thanks for joining me. I'm Will. Keep the hobby alive. Have a good one, and later on. Click on my logo to the bottom left to subscribe, then click on the video to the lower right to watch the next video.